Folks, hey, it's Commander Curtis. What is a monopolistic utility? You might have seen me use that phrase a number of times, a monopolistic utility. So, first thing I want to say here, I want to point out is there's no way I can change anybody's mind. I don't hope to. All I hope to do is provide different ways of thinking about things, right? And so if you go through the email, actually, there's a pretty good discussion there on how people relate to the world and they make sense of the world around them through stories. And whatever the story that they have in their mind will dominate how they receive new information. And so, like the example that I give is, there are some people who really think that the climate change thing is a hoax and they get really mad about it. And so there's a lot of energy, negative, like frustration energy about anything to do with climate change because it's a hoax. And for that person who has that story locked in their mind, when you say solar, it's immediately seen through the climate as a hoax story. And now everything about solar is a scam, right? Because it's got to be destroyed in order for climate to be a hoax. You have to destroy the solutions that might be for that, right? And it's just kind of how that goes. Now, that's not to say that that's a position that shouldn't be held, but if they're locked into just that story, then they won't see other stories and they won't see a full picture of a situation. Right. So again, in the email, there's a couple of more examples of that. And I think it might help when you're talking with or looking at other things in the future. So one of the stories that I want to talk about today is monopolistic utility. So if we can get all the other stories out of our minds and just think about a utility is assigned to a home long before a homeowner buys the home usually. Whatever the utility is, that's it. You don't get a choice. Here in Tucson, you could buy power from TEP or you could not buy power from TEP. There's your two choices. And when there's only one choice, it's a monopoly. And in the case of electricity, power to the home, a monopoly is a really bad thing because I submit that power to a home is a necessity, not a luxury. And so now, if you want to cook, if you want to heat water so you can clean things and take showers, or if you want to heat or cool the home, et cetera, those are basic necessity level need things, not luxuries for our quality of life here in America, as far as I'm concerned, anyways. So you get two choices. You could either pay whatever prices that they say that they want you to pay, or you could not. Now, we're supposed to have some protection. And in many locations, they call it a public utility commission, or here in Arizona, it's the Arizona Corporation Commission, and they're supposed to be looking out for the customers. I call them subjects of the monopolistic utility. And the problem with it is those guys often, as in the case of Arizona Corporation Commission, are elected commissioners. So let's get this straight. The legislators that enact the laws that govern this public utility commission situation with the monopolistic utility, that's political. And the commissioners are voted into office. That's exposure to politics as well. And there's this whole situation. It's kind of a really weird, twisted situation where now those companies who have us as captive customers are charging us for the money that they're spending to lobby for the laws to make it easier for them to charge us more money. We are exposed to that. And one way for us as homeowners to shield ourselves from that one-way solution is rooftop solar. Folks, I want you to get the email and open it up. There's some links in there to some stories that might help you in this perspective, and just see rooftop solar from this one single angle. Not to say go buy solar, but just to go take a look at it. Guys, thanks a lot. Commander Curtis, I hope to see you again. Maybe a thumbs up. That'd be pretty cool. What do you think? Bye.